Xiaomi came out with the Redmi 1S after the successful launch of the Xiaomi Mi 3. Redmi 1S is a powerful smartphone in a budget. Up front, it sports a 4.7-inch IPS display with AGC Dragon Trail glass. The Redmi 1S sports a 8-megapixel primary camera along with LED flash and a 1.6-megapixel secondary front-facing camera. The Redmi 1S runs on Android 4.3 Jelly Bean with a custom MIUI 5 skin on top of it. It packs in a quad-core 1.6 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 processor coupled with 1 GB of RAM. There is 8 GB of inbuilt storage which is expandable up to 64 GB. Redmi 1S is a dual SIM smartphone and will be available from the first week of September 2014 in India at a price tag of Rs 5,999. Okay, those were the specs on the all-new Xiaomi Redmi 1S. So let's begin with the review. Design-wise, this is a very decent smartphone. Looks sturdy, holds well, grips well, and is slightly on the heavier side, but nonetheless, design lines are pretty neat, choco-block, and of course, this smartphone does not feel heavy in your pocket, be it price-wise or weight-wise. Overall, the design line is very subtle and it gives you that hint that, you know what, I am a performer. Don't go on my design, but I am a performer for sure. Now when we talk about the display on the all-new Xiaomi Redmi 1S, this one has a 4.7-inch IPS display to it with a 720p resolution. Now what that boils down to is that it's not a brilliant display that you find on high-end smartphones, but nonetheless, under 10,000 rupees, this is probably one of the best displays that you can get in the market right now. The color tones are warm, the color reproduction is very good, and the screen is not that reflective under direct sunlight. Looks and feels pretty awesome. You can even watch videos or movies on this display and not feel disappointed at all. Now Xiaomi is one company that is known for putting in very good processors on their smartphones, and that too in a very budget-friendly price. Now this one has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 processor, a quad-core processor, and it is the same processor that you find on the Moto G. So performance-wise, it has no issues at all. Moto G is a trusted, proven smartphone available in the market, and this one carries the same processor that the Moto G had to offer. To back it up, it also has 1 GB of RAM, which is sufficient enough even to play heavy graphic games on it. The gaming experience on the Xiaomi Redmi 1S is also lag-free and smooth. We played games like Dead Trigger 2, which are loaded with heavy graphics, and this phone did not break a sweat at all. Overall, when you talk about performance, multitasking, putting up heavy applications and playing around with this phone, you will have no issues at all. So performance-wise, this smartphone is right on the money. And at a price tag of Rs 5,999, what more would you want? Now, how many times do you see a sub 10,000 rupees smartphone that offers brilliant camera quality? Well, not much, do you? Well, this one has beaten the odds. It is loaded with an 8-megapixel primary camera that is just mind-blowing. It comes with an LED flash as well. Up front, they provide you with a 1.6 megapixel front-facing camera. Now look, the closest competitor to the Xiaomi Redmi 1S is the Moto E, and that lacks a front-facing camera. Well, this one has a front-facing camera and does very good image capture as well. Well, that's not the highlight on the Xiaomi Redmi 1S. The highlight on the smartphone is actually the 8-megapixel rear camera. it is just brilliant. It performs in low light, it performs in any given lighting conditions, and the image results are noise free. Fire up this camera in the HDR mode and it will make a world of a difference to all the images and memories that you capture. The camera app is also pretty decent. The interface is pretty clean, neat, and to the point. So no nonsense on the camera department. But here's the thing, if you don't buy the smartphone for anything else, just go ahead, pay that 5,999 rupee price and go for its camera. But the big thing is that Xiaomi phones are not that readily or easily available because they follow an e-commerce model. Now, one thing that happens in a sub 10,000 rupee smartphone is that the battery backup is brilliant because the phones are not that power hungry. Well, the Xiaomi Redmi 1S is a power hungry smartphone, so the battery on it does not last you an entire day. It just manages to squeeze in that one day with heavy usage. Also, it's a dual SIM smartphone and is compatible with an expandable storage. So the battery on it is actually a removable one and a 2000 milliampere removable battery. They could have just squeezed in a bit more on it and maybe it would have lasted one and a half day easily. So battery wise, it's not that great a smartphone after all. Now it's time for the verdict on the Xiaomi Redmi 1S, whether it's good or bad. Well, one thing is for sure that this smartphone is a performer, be it the display on the smartphone or the camera on the smartphone or multitasking and performance. This is a mind-blowing smartphone at 5,999 rupees. But here's the catch. Xiaomi is not that popular in India because their phones just sell out in 2 to 5 seconds. I don't know how that's possible, but that's how it has been advertised because they follow an e-commerce model. And now with the Xiaomi Mi 3 suspended for some time to promote this smartphone will hit the e-commerce platform on 2nd of September. And will it be that readily available? Well, that is a big question, whether Xiaomi will be able to fill in that demand and supply gap. But when you talk about the overall verdict of the smartphone, well, this is one beautiful, brilliant, amazing and epic smartphone for a price tag of rupees 5,999.